Yeah, what's going on, family? It's your man B Miles coming to you live once again with another live stream. I actually want to come to y'all tonight, man. I'm back tonight. Like how I told y'all, I'm actually gonna speak first, and I'm actually gonna have some guests up on here for real. But I'm actually gonna let some of y'all come up in the chat, and as I'm speaking, man, I just really feel as though that this really needs to be addressed, again tonight and stuff like that. And I firmly believe that. Hey, Greg Mahone. Hey, Grandpa Puba. Hey, Clarissa. Like I said, if I was a bit emotional, like earlier, man. Like I said, I apologize, for if I was, intense, but I just really felt it, man, and in my spirit, man, for me to just let it say that way, I really don't like to apologize for anything for what I say, but I really don't want to my emotions to dictate my actions or any of that nature. You feel me? And I'm also going to be adding brothers to the stream. I also got, excuse me, my brother right here, Noble Nuff, Shepek Ellen, stuff like that. I'm just going to talk a little bit Nuff, and then I'm going to let him on. But I'm not going to hog up the stream tonight because Nuff has a lot to say tonight, and I'm actually going to just, just talk a
Hey,
little
yo,
bit.
peace, brother. We gonna talk about this together. We've
Oh
been
yes,
talking,
we are.
we've been talking about this for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So, we gonna tag team this because it's a lot that needs to be said, man.
Yeah, man. Yes, indeed, though, man. And it's just, Ski. Hey, what's up, Rashid? It just really hurts, man, that, we gotta see this kind of situation going on, man, because, seeing how, this community, man, has, at one point in time, it was a really great thing, but all of a sudden now it just really turned into something that, that's just pretty fucked up, man, especially with this whole, brother polite situation, just seeing that, just seeing how that unfold is just, it's sad, because what a lot of people gotta understand is that we weren't following the people. I'm saying? If we did, we listened to them. But it's like, you know, it's like, eventually after a while, we knew that they were scammers, so we got away from them. But to just see the actions of what they were doing, they're misleading our people, and to only find out they were doing something like that, that is some fucked up shit, and it will break you mentally. It will break you psychologically to the point where it can just break you spiritually because you see, hearing, and seeing stuff like that. You
Yeah,
feel what I'm saying? And I'm talking about that right there can just, really hurt you. You know what I mean?
and send you back to the church. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? Because what the con science community has become is another church like TD Jakes and Creflo Dollar.
Right.
They not about the people.
Nah, they not.
And I'm gonna take y'all back. I'm gonna take y'all back when the conscious community was really the conscious community.
All right. Go ahead,
When we
brother.
had,
I'm gonna let you rip. All right, go ahead.
when we had the Dilbert Blairs, the Phil Valentines, the Bobby Hemmings, the Francis Cress Wilsons, you know what I'm saying, the Asa Hilliards, the Amos Wilsons, you know what I'm saying, the Dr. Benz, you know what I'm saying.
That's
But
right. That's
then,
right.
but then you got these people out here talking about fuck the elders. It's
Right.
time to update the information. So with this updated information that then came out here, now you see what's happening. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these conscious cats is into child trafficking and organ harvesting.
Uh-huh. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because the only thing they thinking about is the bag, the bag, the bag, the
Right.
bag, the bag. Man, it's supposed to be about the people first. That's why I
Right.
call this shit the con science community. Because y'all cons with the science inside our community and y'all
That's
worse
right.
than the Albion.
Yep.
Y'all the enemy now. Just like these
Yep.
other niggas on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the information. It's not. It's not about enhancing a person's spirituality. It's not giving a person tools and methods that they can use. You know what I'm saying? It's only a few brothers out here in that's still with the conscious community and really still providing information for the people and giving them methodologies. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Yeah, of course, you may have to. They might charge for classes and products, but everything is sound. You ain't got nobody out here luring 14-year-olds and you know what I'm saying? Telling people if they don't hit my cash app, I ain't gonna do this exclusive and you know what I mean? Come on, man. So I never been suspect though, man, for a long time. That cat been suspect. But yeah, man, I'm gonna let it float, man. You know, I mean, we gonna feed off each other, man. We're gonna feed off each other energy because the thing is that at the end of the day, this was supposed to happen.
Yeah, that's right.
We gotta burn this con science community down
Mm-hmm.
because it's not helping the people. You got people doing 10 and 15-hour streams on YouTube, getting all these cash apps and stuff, but they ain't out here doing nothing for the people.
Mm-hmm.
They riding good. So I never got a BMW off YouTube.
Yep.
Not knocking his not knocking his hustle or trying to, you know what I'm saying, pocket watch
Mm-hmm.
somebody else.
That's
But
right.
just think about it. You know what I'm saying? I remember when he was supposed to be getting a news van. What happened to the news van? He had people donating to him to get this news van. What happened to the news van?
It went to that Benz. That's what it went to. It went exactly to that daggone Benz, man. Yep.
This go to the Kev Gills, this go to the Sanchez's, this go to all these niggas that's out here with that bull crap, you know what I'm saying? And ain't out here doing nothing for the people. One thing I can say about Kwame Brown, he done brought the energy through here. I don't care what nobody say about Kwame Brown, you know? But he done changed he done changed the energy in this community. Even
Mm-hmm.
Hassan Campbell has. I don't care about whatever happened with him and Bam Bottom. That's their stuff. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But what are y'all actually out here doing for the people, bro? Y'all talking about for the people. I'm out here helping the people. Man, what are y'all doing for the people? That's my argument with anybody that say they for the community. What are you doing in the community? What are y'all doing? And I yield the floor, brother. I'm starting to get a little emotional.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good, you know. And I actually, we actually got Noble William Jolly B up on Noble William Jolly B up on here tonight as well up on the panel and stuff like that. So if you would like to, share your thoughts upon the situation right here, Noble William Jolly B, I definitely like to yield the floor to you, and you can go ahead.
Hey, Islam to you, both of y'all nobles, and peace to the
Islam, man.
Peace.
to the chat. Um, wow, it's so much to say about this situation, bro. It's like I watch Polite, whatever he want to go by, whatever his real name is, because I don't even think his real name is Michael Newark. But
Right.
I watched this guy, man, from 2006. He used to be in a order under Dr. York back then called Light and Water. It was him and another brother.
Right.
Well, they not even brothers, but it was him and another Asiatic cat. And they went from different. They went through different stages of all types of stuff. And I started watching him over the years, and I was like, this brother all about a hustle. He all about money. And then watching Saw Nutter and all them, saying was always about debating, this contest coming up, it's gonna be this debate against this brother and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, hold up, you know, a brother coming out in the community back in the day, saying debating wasn't about money. It was about, saying waking up people to get people out of religion and out of this spell of belief. Saying? And then watching Sarnetta go through these debate things about money and stuff like that, I was like, man, this is some foolishness. They
Mm-hmm.
not feeding the people nothing but how to challenge people, off of who the best, this hustle game, you
Yeah.
know, and so now it's like, but also going back into, what I'm saying, when I first got into the community under Dr. York, what I'm saying, I was 19 and I heard a lot of stuff about what sisters and brothers was doing back then that was kind of crazy, like back then we used to call them black devils, you know, and reptilians.
Right.
These brothers was doing a lot of evil stuff against the teachings,
Yeah.
and today they showing their faces.
Yeah.
All of these people that came out from under Dr. York, even though, what I'm saying, it's been put out there that Dr. York is like polite, what I'm saying, but from what I've been hearing from through different elders and stuff like that, Dr. York didn't do what they said he did. It was actually his son, Jacob York, did this. And
Wow.
people and Jacob York friends and stuff like that,
Wow.
had things to do with this. And polite, what I'm saying, it was 40 agents that was in the Nuwaubian community back in the day, watching Dr. York in the Nuwaubian community. 40 of them.
Wow.
And today, a lot of these people that learned under Dr. York, what I'm saying, they took his stuff, made money off of his stuff, and what I'm saying, they out here trying to teach people stuff that Dr. York wasn't even teaching,
Yeah.
And now this guy polite, he's supposed to have been a follower of Dr. York, never met Dr. York personally, but he claims to be, a follower of Dr. York. And he went on and did his own thing, called himself a leader of the New Covenant.
Yeah.
Then he was a Crip. Then he was a real estate investor, what I'm saying, selling real estate. He was a guy that was a master of crystals. He
Yeah.
had all types of hats,
Yeah.
and they always about the hustle,
Yeah.
about the bag. And then now he's in Hollywood,
Yeah.
and I just seen a video recently where he said that he always wanted to do some Hollywood shit,
Wow. Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah, and he had it looked like a young girl that he was dry humping on, at like a strip club party, and he looked like a fool, man. He had on a Versace robe with the Versace scarf on his head, and he had a chain around the sister neck.
And check this out, I mean to interject, but he was with
Are
them
you good?
Kardashians too.
Oh yeah, yep.
Hanging out with them
Yep.
Kardashians too. And
Oh
what
yeah,
made me leave, and what made me stop really dealing with polite is when he said he called the black people in New York and he called them animals. And
yep.
that's why he went to
Look,
Beverly Hills.
but he said the black woman was God though. But
Yeah.
now all of a sudden,
Yes, he did.
now the Albion woman is God now.
Yeah, just like Young Pharaoh. Just
Yeah,
like
yep.
Young Pharaoh.
Oh
Just like
yeah,
Young Pharaoh ass. He
oh
ain't
yeah, yep.
him.
Yeah, he
She-
another one. Yep,
Yep,
yep.
another one.
And I mean,
Yeah,
man,
Young
these,
Pharaoh ass too. And Ami
yeah.
Asur. I
Mm-hmm.
got a Moorish mother that I'm in contact with. Ami Asur actually scammed her out of $120 for a consultation. Didn't give her
Yep.
her consultation. Gave her the runaround. This brother that said he was the Bobby Hemmett gave him the torch, but you out here scamming people.
Wow.
We calling
Yep.
all y'all out.
That's right.
No more, ain't no more
Yeah,
conscious community. The only
that's
conscious
right.
community is you. You are your
That's right.
conscious community. Do the work. One
That's
person
right.
I do love,
You know,
I recommend to anybody is Brother Panic. He probably the last one left.
right.
Probably the last one left out here. That's real.
Mm-hmm.
Because he gonna tell you to do the work. I ain't here to be no the guru. Do the work. It's
Right.
time for us to do the work and stop following these charlatans that's selling us snake oil.
That's right. Hey, brother, we never called the conscious community back in the day. It never was called that until the early 2000s.
Right.
When Saw Nutter, I think he came with that conscious community crap.
Right.
It wasn't none of that. Nope.
Right. The elders called it the dark matter think tank. That's
Mm-hmm.
what they called it in the gathering of the masters.
Yep.
See this. I mean, this what we need to do, and I urge everybody to do this. That's on this in this track. Go back to the elders. Go back to the foundation. Go back to foundation. Don't follow these new school, new age, so-called conscious niggas. Cause I'm gonna tell you one thing. They ain't nothing but archons. Cause in the height of the conscious community, you know they sent agents up through there. You know they sent agents up through there to be distractions from what we really were supposed to be focusing on. And that's escaping this shit, getting the fuck up out of here. It wasn't to get no land, it wasn't to become indigenous, it wasn't to build a new Egypt. It wasn't none of that. It was for us to raise our vibration up high so we don't have to come back to this shit.
We already done did Egypt and all
Right.
that shit.
We already did that. We had the greatest civilization in the world. We ain't gonna be able to redo that. It's not gonna happen. Listen to me real close. It's not gonna happen. We are at such a low vibrational level, man. We'll be lucky if we come back to this sucker, come back as a slug or a worm. We'll be lucky if we come back as a human. That's how low vibrational we are right now. No matter how spiritual you say, no matter how conscious you say you is, if you on this low vibrational stuff that's going through this black mirror that we call YouTube and Facebook and social media and all this stuff, no, you gotta let this stuff go and tune into self. Get away from all this quote unquote conscious shit, this conscience shit. Excuse my language, because that's not gonna save you. Only you can save you. I can't save you. I can give you some information. I can give you a couple PDFs. I can give you some books. I can give you a couple techniques, but you got to do the work. Can't nobody walk. It's just like, and then I'm gonna yield the mic after this. It's like a marathon run, right? On the side of the road, you got people that will water. If you sprain your ankle, you got somebody that will wrap it. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't gonna run that race for you. They ain't gonna run that marathon for you. So it's up to you to run the race. You're gonna have people on the side of the road that help you along your journey, but they ain't gonna run this race for you. So as soon as you think that somebody gonna run this race on you, bam, you inside the church. You back into what you've been trying to escape from. And this is what it's all about, to escape from this illusion, this prison, this false illusion of grandeur that we trapped up in, like, oh, but we out here wearing masks. We out here taking the jab. You understand? We so afraid of the C word, but we supposed to be gods and goddesses. Man, get up out of here with that, man. I'm pissed because what it does, it tears down everything that the forerunners have done for our community, bringing us the real actual science instead of trying to cap for a bag. Come on, man. Y'all got it, brother.
Hey, brother, enough. A lot of these cats was on that conscious stuff, trying to use that to get at the women. You know what I'm saying? They try to impress the women with conscious, conscious stuff back then. You know what I'm saying? That was another thing that was going on too. You know, before them before the hustle game. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to mac on the women with the consciousness. You know?
Yep, that's facts.
Yep, they try to come up and they sister, we need sister wives. Like that sucker ass nigga Nature Boy. He should have been the warning sign right there. That nigga right there should have been the warning sign right there about these so-called conscious, these science niggas.
Yep. And look, he's spreading AIDS to the system.
They said that.
Yep.
Let's say conscious niggas.
Yeah.
The conscious niggas.
Yeah, conscious niggas. Hypocritical hybrid niggas.
Yep. Look, he was calling himself the Black Jesus at one time too. Yeah, women thinking he was the Messiah.
Yeah,
You know,
man. Come on.
yeah,
I mean,
crazy ass fool, man.
but I'm gonna tell you something like this, brother. If if people that if people that dumb to fall for it, they get what they deserve. That's how I look at it. When brother Bobby Hemmett said, "You are the Christ," that means everybody. Christ ain't a person; it's an energy. It's the Christo. It's the
That's right.
Christos. It's your soul. It's raising your soul up. It's not this flesh. It's that seed up inside of you that you feed with raising your vibration up. That's raising up the kundalini, doing the chakra work, doing the work. Not getting a pack, not getting some type of package for somebody, not getting a tonic or some snake oil. It's about doing the work. Period. And if people think they're going to get a paycheck without going to work, hey, good luck with that. So you got to do the work in order to get paid. You got to do the work. And I yield the floor. I'm fired up tonight.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just crazy because, like I told everybody else, brother Nelson, brother William Jolly Bay, man. I told everybody that this has opened up a can of worms so hard, so wide and so big that this is actually going to be a snowball effect throughout the conscious community, or that conscience community. That they pretty much took and ran with it and just destroyed it and started scamming people. Off of a lot of money. And I'm talking about this this bastard, this bastard Polite. He was in I think they said a drop top Bentley or something like that, or one of those vehicles. He was up there trying to do
Yep.
damage control, talking about the Horn Tiger situation. I'm saying to myself, like, bro, like, okay, so I guess, I'm looking at this situation like, I guess he's probably finally enjoying his last ride in that car, because you know that there's over. And also, thanks to Noble Williams Ali B, he sent me that what's the name, that video of Tasha Kate, and somebody actually told me that she revealed in the police report of Brother Polite, that bastard, not Brother Polite, but Bastard Polite, that it was it was semen in 6 spots that was actually spotted.
Wow.
On this 14-year-old teenage girl.
Man.
And that was when I got real emotional, man. It just broke me down, man. I'm talking about, this is a young teenage girl, and it's just a shame, and it's just so it's just so much of a shame, and it's just crazy how our people really donated to this man and really, followed this man. You feel me? And got burnt in the process, only to find out that this bastard, this son of a bitch, was doing something this devious and crazy and wicked, and to find this out. And it just lets you know right then and there that it hurts in so many ways, because a lot of our people, man, they wanted to show support to our own people. They always want to talk about, y'all don't show us support. Y'all don't y'all don't give us support. Support your own people, and we support you, and you with the fuckery.
Yeah.
And that's the bullshit that we talking about. And I told him, man, we give this information from the bottom of our heart. We gave them books, we gave them references, we don't charge them anything. And it just hurts that we've been out here doing this day and night, man.
Yeah.
Reading and researching, and these motherfuckers up here scamming our people out of their hard-earned money.
Yeah.
And you up here in a drop top Bentley or something, and you just sitting there just talking, and just chilling, like it ain't nothing cool, like it ain't nothing happen, and you cool with this shit.
Yeah.
That's the thing that breaks my heart.
He's sitting up there like he good. His defense team gonna get him off. I'm listening to what he's saying because I was watching it on Kwame Brown. And this man up here talking like he good over here. You know what I'm saying? He good.
Right.
I'm all right. I done everything that I need to do in my lifetime. I could die today and I'd be satisfied. I got everything in the trust. They got wheeled up, and kids, they okay, so whatever. That's showing guilt. That's showing that you
Yep.
know what you did, and this is your last ride. It's over for
That's
Polite.
right.
And then
That's
guess
right.
what?
Let's see what it
Guess
is.
who's gonna fall next? Sonetta
Yep.
gonna fall next.
Yep. Yep.
Oh yeah, and that Bentley was rented too. That was rented Bentley. That
I
wasn't.
bet
He
it
ain't own
was.
that. You know. Yeah,
Yeah.
front there.
It's I ain't mean to cut you off, bro. It's pretty much, you know what I'm saying, like Fast and the Furious for him. You know what I mean? This is his last ride. This is this motherfucker last ride, and he pretty much showing that, you know what I mean, he fallen from grace, man. And ever since I met him, I'm gonna give the floor back to, you know, but William Jolly Bay, because I mean to cut you off. But this is his last ride, and pretty much he knows it's the end for him. And it's just so sad. It's just crazy. It never ceases to amaze me. It never ceases to amazes me, man, that how some people can just be so wicked and so evil, yo, and just so downright low down, dirty, and rotten that they can actually do that. You know what I mean, to their own people. You scam it, and you doing this to a young lady, and you thinking that this shit is cool, though, bro. It's like, how do you think you look to the world and to your own people, man? And I yield the floor. You go ahead, William Jolly B. I'm sorry.
Hold on. Hey, William Jolly Bay, hold on 1 second. Let me address something I seen in the chat. If a more trying to charge you $2,000 for paperwork, man, just holler at us. Okay. It ain't even a fraction of that. It's not even a fraction of that. So don't worry about it. If you want to get papered up, you want to get your paperwork and your national ID card, B Miles will take care of that for you. You know what I'm saying? Or he'll drop the information in the chat to brother Noble Isaiah. You ain't even gotta go through all that. See, that's the problem with people, man. They trying to get over on the people, man. It ain't even that serious right there. So if anybody try to charge you over $100, you know what I'm saying? They trying to get over on you. Point blank period. Go ahead, brother.
Yep. That's right. Oh yeah, it was another thing that Doc York used to say back in the day. He used to say that Hollywood and Las Vegas was for the 200 fallen angels that came down. You know, that was the because Los Angeles was meant the lost angels. You know, the angels that got lost in the 200 fallen. You know, so for Polite to be advertising, Hollywood and Las Vegas and all this bright lights and, flashy jewelry and all that stuff, that was stuff that Dr. York was against, back then. That's also the stuff that got him in trouble also because a lot of his followers wanted to go against his teachings and do all these, get caught up in these things that he told them that they didn't need to get involved in, So Polite wanted to be a celebrity, instead of a righteous stand up, saying being, to uplift fallen humanity, because he's supposed to have been a Moor also, and he also supposed to have been a Mason. That's another thing that tripped me out too about him, because he went from being a Mason to being a Moor, and it's like I just heard another thing recently on that video with Tasha K, where starting at that car pole laid out, and he would say he was traveling, and that's our language, instead of driving, we not driving, we traveling. So he's still using some of our stuff, but then doing dirty more stuff. It's like all of these things, man, it's crazy because Sarnetta also supposed to be a more too, from what Noble Isaiah was telling us, But these niggas, man, even the pills, them brothers was Moors, and that's what attracted me to them brothers back in the day. They was coming with the more science teachings and stuff like that, and it just all this stuff just looked bad, it just put a bad taste
Yeah.
in the information, man, that we learning for real, and it's sad that this incident happened to this sister because I got daughters myself,
Right.
And I done heard stories that happened and stuff like that, saying it made me upset, and it's just crazy, man, saying how we had these type of people out here walking around amongst this planet, man, you know what I'm saying, doing this stuff to innocent children, you know, and it ain't much we could do about it, you know, because these motherfuckers are worse than the goddamn Albion. You know what I'm saying? These niggas look like us. And we think the Albion's the devil. We the first goddamn devils and shit because we taught these motherfuckers to do what the fuck they doing. You
Facts.
know, that shit is crazy. You know, and it's like, man, you know what I'm saying? The Albion is just arresting these motherfuckers, but shit, when that shit happens to them, they ready to kill these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, you know what I'm saying? We can't even protect our women and our children, you know what I'm saying? Because they done forced us to be out of the homes. They done forced our women to turn their backs on us and look at us in a different light, you know what I'm saying? And look at us, you know what I'm saying, being less than men because we couldn't provide for them and stuff like that, you know? So a lot of them want to go towards these other nationalities of people because they got the resources and financing and these jobs and all that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then you have some of the sisters out there that's lost, you know what I'm saying, wanting to be with these so-called street niggas that don't have nothing to bring to them, you know what I'm saying, to bring them up to be productive women and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But then you have decent brothers out there that ain't with none of that, you know what I'm saying, and just want to live a right life. And they don't even want to pay no mind, them type of brothers. You know what I'm saying? We looked at as lames, you know what I'm saying? We looked at as being, you know, born, you know. But these brothers who walking around, you know what I'm saying, act like they got all this going on. These are motherfuckers out here that's taking advantage of these sisters,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yep.
know. And then ain't nothing we can do. We can complain about it all day. We can get mad. We can be frustrated. But they still gonna deal with these kind of dudes because these
Yeah.
dudes look like they got something going on versus the dudes that don't. That's not worried about that type of stuff. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. And
And
and the only people I fought for that is ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Um, we
but
we actually, and that's why I think this conversation that we having is healthy because
mhm,
everybody have had thoughts in their mind, even though they may have donated or supported certain individuals. Like, I don't know, but that's my people. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna support my people. You know what I'm saying? Now you're seeing what I mean. Let me say it like this. Let me just be frank. This is spiritual that's happening right now. This is spiritual. It's time for a reawakening of our people. And the only way that it's going to actually come through is the mother. You see, it has to come through the matriarch. Now men, us as men, we could be mad, frustrated, and everything. You know what I'm saying? But we, the women, have to actually stand up now. Not saying that men are punks. No, we ain't punks. We ready to go. But just like you were saying, William Jolly Bay, if our women is still attracted to this glamour of these scamming ass niggas, and they still, when they get fed up, it's a wrap. And like I say, this spiritual because it happened to a 14-year-old girl. You know what I'm saying? And our mother's not feeling this. They're not. And since Polite was so high up in the science community, you know what I'm saying? Now it's going to put eyeballs on everybody else. Just like young Pharaoh, he was so high up there. Look what he did to his wife and his child. To be with an Albion, to be with an Albion woman, you left your baby mama, your wife, and your child out in the cold and put hits out on it and threaten the woman life. Now, What I want every,
Crazy.
what I want everybody to actually do is just paint the picture in your mind, man. Just think about it. Just think. Is this consciousness? Is this spirituality? All this shit these niggas talking on YouTube and all this slick shit they talking on. Is this what it is?
Hey, brother Nuff. He another one that called a black woman God, the God, goddess. You know what I'm saying? The God. You know, black woman is God. Him and Polite, them the main two that was giving it black woman God stuff, you know, and that was part of their game to do this crap. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? You playing with these women ego. You playing with their ego. You telling them what they want to hear, and now you doing misleading them with deceitfulness.
yeah.
You know,
I'm gonna tell you something too. What they got it from was the hip hop industry. Because I heard Tupac say something long time ago, and he was like, "You can't make the music for the niggas. You gotta make it for the women. They're gonna be your best sellers. They're gonna be the one that come to your shows. They're gonna be the one that supports you. They're gonna be the ones that buy all your albums. So do it for the women." These niggas use
yep,
consciousness to say, "Oh, the black woman is God," and she is. We're not saying that's wrong, but they use that to lure women in for support. You know, yeah, if we can get the black woman in here, same way
fact,
subjugating our black
facts,
women, the same thing that these damn Albions did to subjugate our black woman, to subjugate our mother, and take advantage of her and keep her at a lower state where she can't be herself. And then use that energy to profit off of and keep the rest of our people down because you feel like, I'm really God. I was just playing. Man, the hell with these niggas, man. It's time to take out the sit Mars for real, bro. For real, man. Cause even in, cause even in,
yep,
because even in these low channels, this con science community on these low channels, these niggas don't talk about shit. They be on panels for 10, 12 hours and don't talk about nothing. They ain't got no solutions. They ain't got no remedies. They ain't got no methods. The only thing they want to do is slander each other, argue, and debate. There's time out for that, bro. Spirit is spoken. Spirit has spoken. And the great mother is tired. And she got to start with these low level ass, low life, bottom feeder ass niggas first. And then once our women raise up, we going to follow right behind the real ones and get things right so we can teach our children the right way. And I yield the floor. I see Noble Brandon Forte L came up. Peace of love, brother Islam.
Yeah, peace and love, brother.
All right, Islam. I was listening. Like I kind of got in when Brother Jolly Bay was going in. I was like, "Oh shit, they got him started." Everybody know
Yeah,
he the quiet assassin anyway. But I just wanted to say that. But you know, I know Noof been talking about the conscience community. Many years ago, me and William Jolly Bay done spoke on the whole polite thing, and I told him he was an agent. The whole conscious community damn near is. I ain't say all. Short because we're looking for leaders, and many times we done said you are your own leader. Peace, Shay Marie, how you doing? How you doing, mother? So it's like a lot of things that need to be talked about with this whole scamming that's going on. Now, I remember a video that a seer, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was a seer or someone that left that community and said they had a roundtable discussion and all they were about were making money and pretty much bamboozling the people. So that's happening now. You gotta really look at the snakes in the grass now. Okay. So all these people that's saying they this and they that, they not who they say they are. A lot of them not. See, the issue have always been our people been looking for a leader or some Messiah-like figure. And I want to let them know you are the Messiah-like figure. If you don't believe us or believe yours truly, Look how many times they're killing our children out in the streets with these race soldiers, okay? Or the policy enforcers, our men and our women. In your very Bible, you're the same. Yahshua HaMashiach actually was crucified. So our people being crucified by these policy. Look her up.
You were
She
breaking
spoke
up, bro.
on. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better. Go ahead.
All right, there's a sister on YouTube. She don't do that many lectures anymore. Her name is Sister Myra Moss. Look her up. She went to astrology and gave the breakdown of the bloodline that we have as a people.
Yes.
You really need to
You breaking
is not
up.
going to happen. Okay, what about now?
You good now. You good now.
All right, nobody can save you but you. You are the savior. You are the messiahs or messiah. You are that. The planet evolves around you. There's a reason why you are the biggest secret in the Masonic order. You are the biggest secret. And they know that. If you were to wake up today and say enough is enough as a people, they have no choice but to kiss your ass and bow down to you. If you don't believe me, look what the Pope did with those brothers. He bowed down and kissed their damn feet. Don't believe me? Look at that video. So you have the power, but are you willing to take over and get that power back and make things happen? Or would you rather be behind the scenes and still praying to a white boy or a Caucasian dude with a toga on, looking like a daggone sheep herd? That's not going to happen.
Noble Brandon.
Yo,
Okay,
yeah.
It be that worse than that. You know, I feel like our people now is we're going to another level. And powers that be knew this in the early 2000s. So they put these plants in there.
Of course.
That's nothing but agents and clones and hybrids.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
they came in there to disrupt the energy that our consciousness was actually raising up.
Right.
Thanks to our elders. And so
Exactly.
now the new church is the conscience community. That's the new church.
Yeah.
You can get products, you can get t-shirts, you can get shoes, you can get unks, you can get remedies, you can get all this stuff, but don't nobody really teach you how to raise up your frequency to escape this shit. That's the whole point of our consciousness. So we don't have to keep coming back repeating this shit over and over again. There ain't nobody teaching this shit. Ain't nobody teaching none of this. The only thing they teach, hey man, you can get into some Bitcoin, or we can get some land, or we can do this. How many people out here teaching us how to escape this prison that these archons got us in? How many of them teaching us that this so-called creator that we call in the creator or God or the Most High isn't even the real God? He's a bastardized creation, a subordinate deity that said, I am a jealous God, have worshipped nothing but me.
And you're going into the demiurge and the great mother that created the demiurge. You're dealing with the matrix. So some people are not ready for that. We got to remember now. A lot of people don't want to hit because a lot of our people still under that spell. That ghost spell ain't no joke. Okay, but I know what you're saying about the vibrations being raised, and they knew that in this paradigm that our people were going to awaken, and this is some actual facts because of the planetary alignments. These planetary alignments stated that these people study your science over and over again, so they know what time it is. And they did put these plants in there to pretty much intercept the awakening or the great awakening of a great people.
That's fair.
You see what I'm saying? So they know that. And see, they also know about the demiurge too. That's why they use that so-called God force to pretty much fabricate what's really going on in what you call the spirit realm. So that's what they use. You see what I'm saying? But
And somebody
a lot of
just
people not
said,
ready for that.
hey, hold on, wait a minute. Because what I want y'all, what I want people to understand something. I'm out of pocket from your standpoint. Okay? We're not here to appease nobody's ego and with a feel-good sermon tonight. Because this is serious. And if you think that I'm here to appease your ego, to make you feel like, oh, I'm out of pocket, okay, I'm out of your pocket. That's cool. I'm glad. You ain't got this ain't for you then. Because there's certain things that we have to realize that we haven't been taught or haven't been told because we've been conditioned to think a certain type of way. And since we're thinking a certain type of way, this is why this type of shit is allowed to happen. And I yield the floor.
And you know, when you listen to No Enough Talk, he's speaking from also a parent's perspective. Many of us on here are parents, and what took place with that situation should have never happened. So it's like you gotta really understand that it's not even emotions, it's actually frustration because we've been talking about so many things for a while now, and we all knew that stuff like this was going to happen. This is why we pushed the whole nationalization during the time we did it. We talked about every subject, we gave solutions, and now stuff like this is happening. If we as a people were really on code and on point about our consciousness, none of this would have never happened. But see, we get distracted by the illusions of this particular realm. And those on here that are traveling men know exactly what I'm talking about. And I see one in the chat and he know who he is. Okay, so it's like it's a whole different ball game now. Either you're going to go ahead and take the pill because, like we keep on saying, a lot of people are not going to make it. Noble Jolly Bay, B Miles, we all know everybody's not going to make it. The person that said that anybody was out of pocket, they were that's one of the daggone distractions, or one of the Agent Smiths per se, or what Noble Nuff said is one of the archons that are incarnated in the physical realm. You see what I'm saying? Because when you put facts out there, the Agent Smiths come. So therefore, we have to ignore the Agent Smiths. We're doing our job already. We're doing it. But I really want to touch bases on the topic because it's really frustrating because Jolly Bay and yours truly have talked about this gentleman numerous times. And I remember back in the Gregorian calendar of 2013, if I'm not mistaken, and I said, Jolly Bay, that brother is an agent. And now stuff is coming out in the woodworks. You know what I'm saying? And Jolly Bay saw this brother practicing Dr. York's information. We used to rap in the language of Dr. York, and now he's doing this stuff. So it's like enough is enough. We don't need to be going through this anymore. Now it came to the point of this filth that had took place. And it's tiring because we done said so much, more than many people on panels. We done brought solutions so many times, more than a lot of people on these panels. We don't like talking about, how can I put it? We don't like talking all the time. We like to get solutions to get things moving. And I know the brothers on here agree with that. And I know they do.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
It's getting real sickening because brothers is giving solutions, and it's frustrating because many of us on this panel had multiple incarnations, and I can assure you we were doing the same thing in those other incarnations. And we're like, yo, how many times we gotta keep doing this shit over and over again to our people? And we're not saying all of our people, but it's that few that don't want to hear the truth, and they're the ones that need to wake up. And then they want to know why they're having all these different dreams of different ancient civilizations. The reason why you're having these dreams of ancient civilizations is because you were there.
That's a
You
fact.
were there.
That's a
You were
fact.
there, and we trying to wake you up. We try to wake up like, yo, you a sleeping giant. Wake up. Look what they doing around here to our children. Our own so-called people like that dude did what he did, what they consider in our teaching black devils, right? You looking at that stuff. That's what they call them. They swindle
Yep.
through the cracks and they do stuff like this. They have that charisma. You see what I'm saying? They have that charisma. And a lot of times this charisma, the charismatic individual can put people in a trance. It mess with your psyche. But if you can see through that damn veil, you can see what that person really is. You can't keep on falling for the same old freaking trick. That's why you're having all these incarnations. That's why the great mother keep on sending your ass back down here. Many people on the chat was not always what you consider more. You had other lifetimes as other nationalities, but you came back to your original self because you needed that human experience. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: all these nationalities used to be us, so therefore you were actually in those locations. What you call Japan was called something else, and you were there. What you call Egypt or Kemet, you were there. What you call like what is it? Atlantis, you were there. You were all over the place, and you had these many different incarnations. You were over in China. You have another brother named Dr. Eugene Adams, the Africans in Asia. Look up that video. You have many incarnations here. And the reason why we keep on coming back is to wake the ones that have been having these visions up. That's the frustration, because those that's not waking up, they are still waiting for somebody to save them. And we're not talking about everybody. Let that be known.
There's another one called Africans in India.
Yeah. Yep. So it's like it's time to wake up the sleeping giants, because all the power that we have, none of that shit should never happen to that young sister.
That's a fact.
And
And
you know
I
what I'm
want
saying?
to,
None of that should never happen.
yeah, and I want to say this too. You remember in the Matrix when he was inside the construct and he saw the lady in the red dress, and it was saying anyone that's still wired into the Matrix is a potential agent, right? So anyone that ain't there yet is a potential agent, is a potential person that will be the enemy or a downfall to our enlightenment or our ascension. So we have to be careful with our energy. We have to be careful who we give our attention to. And the same thing when I was talking about the Black Mirror. I was watching this series called The Black Mirror. I went to season 5. I thought I was at season 1, but it was this one episode called Slithering. It was about social media, and the guy had ran over his he had gotten into an accident and killed his wife because he wanted to look at a picture on a dog on his social media. So he kidnapped an intern from the company because he wanted to talk to the owner and just say how he felt. And the conversation that this man actually had with him, the owner of it, sounds just like Mark Zuckerberg. He said that at first it wasn't supposed to be this thing, you know what I'm saying? It was just supposed to be meant for people to connect and everything. But then it became like a drug. And then the people that was programming was making it more addictive to those that was on this social media thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, see, we have to understand that technology is being used to siphon our energy, to keep us at such a low vibrational level that we can't escape because we love technology so much. I'm talking to y'all right now. I really want y'all to hear me, right? We're wired into something that's artificial. So when we go on these YouTube channels and we go on Facebook looking for spirituality and consciousness, how you gonna get that there? You got to get that within yourself and do the study and do the work and know to think, not think, to know. Everything is flipped upside down and topsy-turvy, and people don't even know that east is west and west is east. North is south and south is north. People don't even know that. So we have to begin to understand, and we have to really, we really have to get it now, because like I'm gonna say this again. This is a spiritual thing. This is to weed the tares, the wheat from the tares. This is the rapture. Okay, this is the great separation happening. Mother Earth is already displaying how she feel right now. So now that got to trickle down to us, and it's also going happening in the cosmos, as above, so below, so above, so below. Vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So we have to get into an understanding that it's about the self work. Do the work yourself. It's cool. You can listen to me. I have no problem with you listening to me. But you listening to me ain't gonna save you. You have to do the work yourself. You have to be self-saviors. You have to save yourself, because you can clearly see that YP ain't gonna save you, Sarnetta ain't gonna save you, Brother Polite ain't gonna save you, motherfucking Sarah Sutin Seti ain't gonna save you. Ain't none of these conscious ass, conscience ass niggas out here ain't gonna save none of y'all. They probably want you to come into this so they can look at your daughter and shit, or try to get with your wife and make them one of your sister wives, or they mother husbands or whatever. They might be on that okey pokey too. Use your discernment. That's all I'm saying. Just use your discernment. I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time. I talk about it on my channel, actually. And y'all, my brothers up here know the attacks I get. You know what I'm saying? Just by speaking frankly like this. Because I'm not trying to come back here. That's why I'm so adamant of getting all the information out that I can to my people, so I don't have to repeat this cycle again. I don't want to do it no more. I don't want to be in this humanity no more. I have compassion for it. It breaks my heart when I see things like this happen. But I can't allow myself to be attached to it. Because when you form these attachments in this humanity, it keeps you coming back here. I ain't saying not love your kids and love your wives and love your family. I'm not saying that. But you is the key to your own salvation. And I'm going to end with that.
No, god dang. Well, I just want to say, I'm with what he's saying. I'm not trying to come back down here anymore. I don't think none of us want to come back down here anymore. And I don't know how many times when we got on panels and brothers let me speak, and one of the main things I kept on saying, watch the weather. You know how many times Brother Newton sent me stuff like, bro, look at this on volcano eruption. Remember you said that? I'm like, yeah. Then he'd be like, bro, look what's going on in the floods. Remember, you know what I'm talking about, Noble? You would send stuff and talk to me about like Noble, like, man, stuff going on. And I'm like, yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
And the planet is letting it be known that it's time. And we've been trying to tell everybody for the past year or two. I guess I can't even keep hold of how many times we've been talking about stuff like this and trying to get everybody prepared for these events that's taking place. We also watch other YouTubers that's actually saying the same stuff that we're saying, and they're confirming the things that we're saying. We talked about briefly the mandates and everything. We talked about that briefly. We talked about a whole lot. Jolly Babe been one of the brothers that been on a panel with us damn near the whole time. And we all talk amongst each other when we have a chance to. And when we do, it's like the main thing we say that a lot of our people not understanding what's happening. And it's sad, it hurts our heart because it's like we keep coming down here to push this information out. There's nothing new under the sun. Look what happened to Atlantis.
Yeah, yeah, and the thing is, it's just that it's just so many distractions out here. You know what I'm saying? And the biggest distractions was these debates.
That's right.
Big
That
That's
was
time.
right.
that was the biggest distraction because it took away from the
Facts.
hardcore, in your face, no holds barred, information. If you wanted the metaphysics, you went to Phil Valentine. If you wanted the inner earth and all that, and the extraterrestrials and interterrestrials, you went to Dr. Dilbert Blair. Yes, if you was thinking about white fragility, you went to Francis Quest Wilson. If you was
Yep.
about the occult science, you went to Bobby Hemming. If you wanted to know about the history of our people from Kemet, Africa, the Americas, Moors, and all that, you went to Dr. Ben and John Henry Clark. So it was different schools of thought that we all could go to, and they wasn't debating. They weren't arguing information. They were sharing it with each other.
That's
They
right.
weren't arguing nothing. They weren't going back and forth about nothing. The only thing they was doing was sharing information. If you rock with Dr. Ben, you rock with Dr. Ben. If you rock with C. Freeman L, you rock with C. Freeman L. If you rock with Bobby Hemmett, you rock with Bobby Hemmett. It wasn't a competition back then.
That's
now
right.
Competition, cash app, super chats, how many likes you get, how many followers you got. Man, the hell with that shit. Right. Man.
That's right.
I don't care who don't like me as a Moor. Because there's so many people attacking Moors too. But I don't care if you don't like me or not. The truth stands, the truth verifies itself. I ain't gotta say nothing. Not a damn thing. But what tends to happen is because niggas don't study and people don't research, they don't know nothing. So they make assumptions and they rather go to these clout chasing ass YouTubers that give them a spin of a narrative that will bring drama to their channel, because if it's talking against what they thinking in their narrative and what they believe and not based upon facts, they're gonna get them followers, man. Man, I'm about to chill, bro. I'm getting real pissed.
Yeah, man. And the sad part about it is, it's like it's not too many people out there that's really been giving out sources like that. We've been giving them out books. We've been giving them out hella information. We done showed them the books. We done showed them the websites and all of this stuff. And it's not too many brothers that was in that con science community that was actually really out there giving out information like that. Oftentimes, they would just, cut with cut and paste, lectures and stuff like that. But a lot of times when you listen to them, they never really brought it, like any sources, places where you can go to them, places where you can go to, even show any books. And it's just like, it's just a sad situation that we got to keep on, repeating ourselves, because I told people this, and Dawn, Daughter of the Most High, put up the link earlier when I did the stream on this, and I actually told the people that the conscious community is falling apart. And I told them this over 5 years ago, and I told them that eventually, after a while, these people are going to be exposed. And if you take a look at what's going on, even with Sarnetta, is something about, there's a couple videos about him dealing with the whole AIDS situation that he checked in the hospital, and they all said he had that. You feel me? So those are like, yeah, I'm dead ass, yo.
Well, he said he had it, bro. He said it. He said out his own mouth he had it.
Then he said he had lupus. Then he turned around and said he had lupus, and he was drinking these greens, the greens, the liquid greens. I think he was getting from I think it was either Dr. Inky. I think he was getting it from Dr. Inky. These greens. Don't quote me on that, but I think, and Dr. Inky is another one. Man, I'm telling you, man, it's time to sharpen up the sit Mars, man.
Well, I wanted to say that what Noble said, that none of all the elders that he spoke of, they never debated each other. Matter of fact, when those debates started, It was Dr. Henry Clark and somebody sitting next to him, and it was two people debating about the Moors and I think the Israelites. Don't take everything I'm saying as factual. And Dr. Henry Clark turned around to the other brother. It was like they all wanted the same. And it was like, what they debating for? That's when you know it was a problem, because that's when I think Sonetta start coming on the scenes with this crap, because all these elders that we spoke about, when they passed or made the transition to the ancestral realm, they died broke. And this brother was
Facts.
using and recording their lectures, and they didn't get a dime.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Okay. And that's hurtful when you see those elders that we spoke about who took the time and they debated the Albion scholars and fucked them up because
Yep.
they had the facts.
Yeah.
Nobody don't realize the stuff that Dr. Francis Crosses Wellsman went through.
Yeah. Destroyed that Jew. That
You see,
small hat. I'm sorry about that. Destroyed that small hat.
Oh my God.
They changed it from question and answers to debates.
Yep.
That's what happened.
Exactly. So the people that we're naming, look them up if nobody don't know who they are. Go back and listen to what the brothers been talking about as far as the names of these elders. And start looking at their videos while YouTube is still playing their videos.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you, they trying to shut down Bobby stuff right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guarantee that.
And then Dr. Umar with his school.
Oh, shit.
Hey,
Oh,
look, man, I'm telling y'all.
Oh, Tyree Nasheed got the museum. Oh, so he trying to get money for that.
Now, look, check this out. Check this out. Work on self, y'all.
Right.
I mean, don't listen to me. I don't want nobody to listen to me. Don't listen to me. Please don't. I'm not nobody's teacher. I'm not no master teacher. I'm not none of that. I'm just here bringing you my passion and how I feel about it, because I've been doing this since I was 17 and I'm 48 years old. I done been through the Garvey movement. I done been through the Nation of Islam movement. I done been through the Muslim movement. You know what I'm saying? The law of attraction, metaphysics, and all. I done been through this. I done made this work. Then I come into the conscious community through our elders. You know what I'm saying? I start watching their videos, and then I start putting the pieces together for myself. And they recommend books, and I go and read them for myself, and I found out my own truth. That's what we have to do. We can't rely on YouTube. We have to do the study and research for ourselves. That's the only way that you're going to find your own truth. Period. That's it. Just like I said about the marathon, you have to run this marathon. The study tools and study guides and people like us, we're just here to get y'all water on y'all run. We're not here to carry you. We're not here to hold your hand. We're not here to fight your battles for you. We're not here to be your sword or buckler. And let me make that clear, because I don't want nobody to say 2-3 years from now that New Chevy told me some bull crap. Well, and I told you to do the research for yourself. That's on you. You do the work. I'm here telling you my truth. I'm telling you things that I've researched and studied. Now, if you find something that's different and shit, you might could teach me something. And that's how it's supposed to go. You know, and sometimes it be the student that teach the teacher. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So don't ever think that you need a teacher. You have to teach yourself and add on and build with the person that you got the information from. Bobby Hemmett once said, you know what I'm saying? He didn't want followers. He wanted peers that could show him some stuff. Taj Tariq Bey said the same thing recently. I don't want followers. I want people that's able to do the work and show me something. You got to understand, we have jewels and gems that's still here. We need to learn from these master teachers and stop learning from these new school ass hip hop mumble rap ass conscience hybrid niggas. And I'm through, man. I ain't gonna say nothing else, man. I'm gonna close out, man. I'm good. I hope my message got out about these conscience ass niggas, man. And I'm sorry for the profanity, but this is how I feel, man. I gotta make the points.
Yeah, man, it's all good. Number William Jelly Bay, you want to add on something real quick?
Bro, I think everybody said enough.
Okay.
I want to say one more thing though. I do.
Okay.
What Noble said. What Noble said. I mean, everything he's saying. We are not looking for followers. I could have sworn we all been saying that. All we trying to do is give information to everybody to do the research themselves. It's like this. I'm gonna give it to you from this perspective. Okay. We in the so-called New Age, which is actually the ancient age movement, the ways of the ancients. They were people that they called the light workers, and they were the ones that had to wake up the other star seeds from being asleep, and they had to point the direction to help them wake up. That's who we are. We're trying to help wake up the sleeping giants so they can finally realize you've been bamboozled and you've been lied, hoodwinked, and so on. So you can finally come into your truth and know that it'll be factual and absolute. That's what we're doing. You don't hear B-Mal say follow him. You don't hear Isaiah say follow him. You don't hear Noof say follow him. Larry King Bay. You don't hear Shay Marie say follow her. You don't hear nobody that we all have in our circle say follow me. I know the way. No, we're putting directions and giving you resources for you to do your own research. Because once you do your own research, then you'll have what they call DNA explosions. You'll start remembering things, what you came here to do. This is what we are doing for everybody that's the sleeping giant, to wake them up. This is why, honestly, many secret societies were created, because they knew the masses was not going to wake up. And I didn't say all, but many had to move in secret, because what is secret is also sacred. What is secret is also sacred. That's what it is. That's why when you hear Noble talk with a passion, that's how much love he had for his people, but he's also humane. But he's been attacked a lot because of the things that he's saying, because truth hurts when it hit the right people. And that's why he get attacked, because he's saying what he say, and nobody can't seem to take that because it's real. When you heard Jolly Bay talk earlier about somehow some of our women are caught up with the BS, he's speaking with a passion because he sees it. It angers and frustrates brothers when people are falling for the illusion. And they've been talking about this, and you hear all these different master teachers talk about the same thing. We are students of those teachers, and we are pointing directions to look up these teachers, to look up certain books, to do your own freaking research. If you can't read, you damn sure hopefully you can listen and start listening to these lectures and start taking notes. That's what you got to do. Take notes. If you can't take notes, remember everything they're saying verbatim, and then hopefully you'll have a eureka moment where you can pick up a book and read, or learn how to read.
That's a fact.
I mean, it's like when you hear Noble talk on his channel, he's not attacking, he's talking with a passion, and people don't seem to understand what he's saying. He's not saying, oh, you niggas dumb. No, he's not saying it. He's like, y'all have to study, y'all have to do something to get your vibrations up high. Because right now, many of our people out, their vibrations are so low. And it's like, we're looking at, we were a mighty people and still up, but we still are, many of us are still asleep.
Hey, Noble.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say something right quick, man. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all share this because ain't nobody having this raw conversation about what's going on in this community. Everybody it's just all about polite. No, it's deeper than polite. This is spiritual. This shit had to happen. It had to happen, just like what had to happen to Jamal Bay. Everything is happening like it's supposed to happen. So I don't want people to get discouraged. Don't get discouraged and think that it's all bullshit. No, the garbage is being exposed. You know what I'm saying? The people that's not real is being exposed, and those that's real and really standing on their principle is being put out there in the open front. Okay? So what I would like for people to do is share the video. All right? Just share it. Everybody that's on here, just share it. And understand and let people know that the only thing we're trying to do is not wake people up, but allow them to see things from a different lens. Because one thing that I can say, I've been saw this. That's why I made the video about the archons and the Black Mirror. I've been saw this. I've been saw it was going to happen. You know, this ain't nothing new to me. I already knew it was going to happen because it was just so much turmoil in the community at that time that you had genuine brothers out here that's really doing and trying to help. But then you had other people out here that just out here capping. And this is what I mean by con science. Con science is brothers out here that's claiming consciousness, right? But they're not doing the real work. You know, just like Brother Panic always said, you know what I'm saying? Fuck woke, do work. Fuck being woke, do the work. Because we woke anyway. We woke when we sleep. And we woke when we awake. So what's stopping us from doing the work? Just do the work, y'all. For real, man. It's time out for the bullshit. That's all I gotta say, man. If y'all can't understand and see things that's going on and what's really going on out here in the world geopolitically and all this type of stuff, man, if y'all can't see it, man, be prepared for what's next. You know, I hope y'all prepared for what's next. You know, I know I'm doing my work. I know I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? However which way it go, I'm good. I know that for a fact. Because I do the work. Y'all do the work, man, and don't fall for the charlatans' tricks. If anybody gonna be a charlatan to yourself. And guess what? You can't fool yourself. And I'm about to get up out of here, man.
Hey, Nobles, I just want to add one more last thing to it. I never been a fan of this, but I noticed I peeped the game. I noticed a lot of people using that 48 laws of power manipulation, information from that book that Robert Greene put out years ago. And you know what I'm saying, that's another trick that they're using out here too to gain wealth off of people, ignorance and stuff like that. You know, that's all I wanted to say.
I'm gonna show y'all a book to get though. Whenever y'all get a chance. Then this book got so much metaphysical thing about mind science. I'm gonna show it on camera. This boy right here.
Oh yeah, Napoleon Hill, The Laws of Success. Yep.
I'm gonna tell you, it got so many gems in here, and I mean, it ain't even talking about getting money. It's about this. It's about the mind, y'all. It's about the mind. It's about the way you think. And if you could control your mind, that'd be something else. And here's another book. If y'all can get a hold of this one right here too.
The Prosperity Bible. Gotcha.
Look how thick it is.
That's thick, man. Yeah.
We're not sitting over here just having loose talk. I mean, we do the work, you know. And that's all I gotta say, man. I don't want to keep talking, man. I don't want to keep dragging on because I could keep. Y'all know I could keep talking. I'm a fireball. I apologize. Especially when
Um,
I'm passionate about something, man. I keep going. This will be a 3 hour stream if we keep going.
I have another book reference. I'm actually in one of my areas where but I'm gonna give this reference, this book reference. It's called the Book of Five Rings. Like you can get many different authors to it, but it was the original writer was a samurai warrior that never lost a war. I forgot his name, but get that book. It's called the Book of Five Rings.
Yeah, I
And
heard about that one.
yeah, see, exactly. This book is like nobody don't really know the Japanese read this book a lot. It's damn near like their Bible. Okay. So you want to get that book as well. The Book of Five Rings. You
Yeah,
want to
Brandon
also
Reed, that ISIS thesis is raw. Hey, because I'm reading the chat. My bad, brother. But
that's
I'm
okay.
reading the book from the chat from Brandon Reed. I think I showed the ISIS thesis. He was on in my channel one day, and I showed that book. But yeah, powerful. And the Book of Fire Rings. I read that maybe back in 2006 or seven. I read that book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, you can get a book called Psychic Self Defense by Dion Fortune. You can get that book
Oh
too.
man, you dropping gems right now.
The Kabbalah by Dion Fortune. You can get that too. Okay. I'm just putting stuff out there to pretty much to get that electric jolt for them to like for many of those sleeping giants to really get where we're going at with this. It's just something. Um, Let me see another book that I was trying to remember that one book, right? I can't remember the other book, but you're gonna get a lot of Dion Fortune books. So get a lot of her stuff. And the Kabbalion is another one. I'm gonna get that. Okay. Um, that's one of the books I can really remember off top right now because there's so many of them that I've read as well. That I you want to get the Great Black Mama of I think it's Mama of Creation by Dr. Suzar. Get that book because in that book it talks about the Great Mother, the Great Cosmic Mother, and in some parts of that book it shows some of her 10,000 names and 10,000 titles. So when you hear Noble North talking about the demiurge, one of the names of the Great Mother is Sophia.
Pistis Sophia. Yep.
So you really got to know this information because I'm gonna say it like this before we end this. Many of us were forced down here. Some of us volunteered, and quite a few got kicked down here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real, okay? I'm gonna be real, and I say this over and over again because I really want everybody in B Miles audience to understand and understand, overstand, and understand what was being said here. Because you really need to start focused on doing that shadow work on yourself to find out who you are. That's what this whole thing is because it goes back to what we were talking about tonight. Yeah, that's a great book too, dealing with the Orishas, the power of the Orishas. See, you got to know all these ancient practices. These are part of your stuff to wake up that DNA code that's embedded into you. That junk DNA needs to wake up to have that DNA explosion. Because I guarantee you, if many of our people, if not all the people, woke up from that, this situation that we're talking about tonight would have never happened. Guarantee that. But I digress. I I said enough, and I appreciate Brother Jolly Bay speaking his piece on this night. I was waiting for the brother to really bring that fire like he did tonight. Jolly Bay, brother Noble, thank you, bro, for speaking your piece. And I want to say, love everybody in the panel, love everybody in the chat. Shay Marie, peace to you, mother. Everybody that's been following B Miles, that's been, asking about all of us. Nothing but love. Islam.
Islam, peace and
Yeah,
love.
said I'm close it out. I definitely
Peace and
want to
love.
thanks everybody, for being up on the panel tonight. Thank you everyone for being up on the chat. And I definitely will say that this is something right here, man, that we're gonna have to take a look at it and stuff like that, and just really take it, and just eat the fish, get out the bones, like we say all the time, man, do your own research. But as I said, man, thank you thank you everyone for taking the time, being patient, and peace, one love, and we out.
Peace and love, Islam.